Hey vinyl community, it's Greg from 3 Dimensions of Music. I have a quick showing of the Black Friday RSD. I'm sorry it's 2 weeks late. A week of that was my Wi-Fi was down. It was very unnerving and frustrating because you couldn't upload, you couldn't watch anything as far as streaming or anything related like that, so I had to sacrifice and listen to a lot of music. But I wanted to show you and share with you. Thanks for watching me. I appreciate it. What I picked up on the RSD. Now I went to my local record store, of course, and that is called Music to My Ear in Pittsburgh. And I was number 6. They give out these cards so that you get treated properly when you get there in line. And there was only 10 people in line this time, so it wasn't a big deal to go to RSD this time around. I know a lot of people weren't excited about RSD. I could tell, at least not most that I've caught. But I was kind of excited this time around because there were some releases that I was excited to get. Some of them were records that I don't have in my collection as far as the group. It's like a new group for me, believe it or not. And some of them are not. Some of them are really I'm used to. First one I got was Jerry Garcia Band, the box set. And this one's called Pure Jerry, I believe. Yeah, Pure Jerry, Hampton Coliseum, Hampton, Virginia, in 1991. Great set. There's 5 records in here. The fifth record has a etching on one side, but the encore on that particular record on the side that has music is called What a Wonderful World, and that was a nice rendition. I always liked that song with the fellow that sang it, Louis Armstrong, I believe. Great song. But I always liked Jerry Garcia. Last summer I got, this past summer, I got this Jerry Garcia CD, 3 CD set. I think I showed it in my finds, one of my finds videos, but the reason I'm going back to it is I just love this CD set. It's a 3 CD set. A lot of good songs. This was back in 1981, I believe. 1980. He was at Keene College in Union, New Jersey. And this guy being from the West Coast and out there that way, he sure made his way around to New York and all these different places. He definitely liked the East Coast to bring his music. And I really enjoy this Jerry Garcia Band rendition. And there was a box set for Grateful Dead and Jerry Garcia, so I had to make a choice. So this time around I chose the Jerry Garcia. I'm glad I did. He's got some nice inserts. There's 2 of them. And you guys, many of you probably seen the opening on this box set from time to time from people. I'll just go over real quick what the inserts look like. As you can see, they're real nice. Songs are great. There was a song on here, I Shall Be Released. The band does that, and they do it well. And this rendition was very nice. I really enjoyed it. That's Jerry Garcia. Next record, Black Label Society. First one in my collection as far as Black Label Society. It's on green, kind of like a green vinyl. There's 2 records set, and I think it's almost like a greatest hits. And I'm not that familiar with Black Label Society. I do like them a lot. A nice rock and roll band, almost metal to me. There's a Machine Gun Man, Dead as Yesterday, 13 Years of Grief, Bleed for Me. Real positive songs, but names of songs anyways. But the actual songs are really good. Stillborn, Spoken to Wheel. Those are acoustic sets. Acoustic. I might as well just kind of put this right up there so you can see what's going on there. It's called Scullage. And actually it's a really good 2 record set, so I enjoyed that. So that's the first Black Label Society in my collection. Next one, Jorma Kaukonen. This fella played with Hot Tuna and Jefferson Starship. And this is some late output from him. They put together a special set of songs. Some are covers. And that's his current group that he's playing with. Michael Falzerano and Pete Sears. And it's a really cool set with custom labels. Jorma Kaukonen. And he also played on Hot Tuna. I picked this up. I've been watching Stoner from Stoner's Stash Box. Dan is his name. He's a big fan of Hot Tuna. I didn't have any Hot Tuna in my collection. I really didn't have him on my radar until I started watching Dan. And also the old goat. He digs some Hot Tuna too. But that's Jorma Kaukonen when he was a young man, so a big difference. But this was a little more expensive for Record Store Day. I was surprised that this was jacked up a little bit. Not extremely expensive, but for a single disc, it was. But it's a great record, so it must be hard to find. That's why they didn't make many of them, that's for sure. Most of these are Record Store Day releases. Next one I was real excited to get. I like Jaco Pastorius a lot. He had passed away at a young age. He had trouble with drugs and alcohol. He was a great bassist. He was with a lot of different groups that I listened to, and he I keep trying to hold this so you can see it. He was always a session guy. A lot of different luminaries that he played with, John McLaughlin, a lot of different jazz fusion bands, Weather Report. This was a particular 3-record set, and it is with a New York City with there's an orchestra with them. A lot of great percussion on here. I was really surprised how much percussion, and you have to really listen to hear his bass playing sometimes. But he kind of stays in the background. He kind of reminds me of Santana in a way, because he doesn't want the spotlight all the time on his playing. But you could hear it back there. You could. He was a genius at bass, playing bass, all types of different types of music. Next one was a real big favorite of mine. I hope to do a deeper dive into Larry Coryell. He's one of my favorite jazz fusion guitarists. He's often called the godfather of jazz fusion, but that's a lofty title, I would think. There's a few others that might be considered just as worthy, so I'm not going to say he was the godfather, but a lot of people do think of him as the godfather of jazz fusion. I love him. I love Larry Coryell, and I'm going to go into a deeper dive with him in another video and show my collection on that. And this is on almost like a peach. And they've been re-releasing his every other. It seems like the last few RSDs, they put out his output, and I'm so glad they did. So I upgraded some of my copies and added to some of my collection on Larry Coryell. I think I got about a dozen records now of his output, and every one of them I love. Larry Coryell. Last record, Tony Williams, Play or Die. Another jazz fusion great drummer. This one was really good. It reminded me of Weather Report a lot when I listened to it. A lot of the songs, not every bit of it, but kind of reminded me of Weather Report, and I do love Weather Report. Tony Williams, Play or Die. Well, everybody, Merry Christmas. I hope everybody's doing well. I appreciate everybody giving me comments, watching my videos. Some of them get really high watches, some of them not so much. That's just the way it goes. But I did want to say, as I did last time, Merry Christmas. Appreciate you guys and gals. And real quick, I got my Christmas beer ready for Christmas. Delirium Noel. Some of you may be familiar with this, some of you may not, but it's an excellent ale from Belgium. If you see pink elephants, see a doctor. And the other one I got was this one, which I haven't had before. Delirium Red. I got to try it. It has a hint of almonds and cherry, sour cherry. So this is probably more like a creek beer, but I'm looking forward to that too. It really looks pretty in that Delirium glass. I may show that off in a future video. One more thing I want to say to my granddaughter, London. Hi, baby. Love you so much. Okay, guys, have a nice holiday. I hope to have another video up before then. Bye-bye.